Hi Aquarius, welcome to March 2018. You've got some good news coming your way here in March. At the beginning of March, there is the Virgo full moon, and for you, that brings you into the deeper mysteries. It brings you into the metaphysical. And you may find right at the beginning of the month, there's messages coming to you. They could be coming from friends. They could be coming from acquaintances. It could be coming from animals, animal totem messages. So you are receiving insight and knowledge from the other dimensions right at the beginning of the month. This is a very spiritual full moon because the sun is coupled with Neptune opposing the moon. The Sun-Neptune will go exact at the 4th of March. And so this is a time where you're receiving the cosmic downloads from your higher self, your mighty I Am Presence, and giving you tremendous insight into your life path direction, into you, grow in your business, grow in your life. It could also be about your resources. And there could be a surprise bonus for some of you at this time. And here in March, at the Virgo full moon and then the Pisces new moon on the 17th, there could be some sort of financial gain, financial bonus coming in here for you in March. And also investment. So it could be that you're also investing, and these are good investments for you, whatever you're investing in. Just do your homework. Always make sure you do your homework. I know that Bitcoin thing people are, making money with, and I don't know, things like that just scare me. I don't like things that go up and down. They're just like, I don't want to think about you. If I invest, I don't want to think about it. I just want to know it's safe. But if you have time and you have the tummy for wee up, wee down, wee up, wee down, why not? It'll be unique for each one of you. I mean, and for some of you, you are investors, is what I'm getting and hearing, is that some of you are, you make your money investing, and so you're built for it. So this could be a really strong month for you financially, and as well as your investments, important. Now, Mercury and Venus are going to march right into Aries on the 6th. And that's where you have to be careful, because you're super smart and you're smarter than most of us. And you don't want to be picking a fight with people that can't fight back intellectually. So be aware of that, because Aries is the warrior. Aries is the individual, but the warrior, and it's ruled by Mars. And for you, it is bringing the action to communication and conversations. And so, it's better for you to find a positive distraction for your energy than to, laser it at maybe someone who can't keep up with you. And, it's not appropriate. So just be aware that, is that you're going to be at times in a fighting mode, and there are those of us that we can't keep up with you. And, you want to, if you're going to go at it, you want to, debate with someone who's your equal, or maybe a little further along there. That way you can really flex your muscles. So be aware of that, and make sure you are listening. you know, because there's a lot going on the inner dimensions with you. You have Saturn 12 signs from you. You have Pluto 12 signs from you. And Mars is moving into that area on the 17th. And so there's so much going on deeper levels with you. Something could be really bugging you, but it's not about us out here. It's just like we're just the one that said good morning, or we're the ones that got in front of you. And so you could be targeting outside yourself, but really it's an inside job. There's all this growth going on inside of you. And because there's so much going on inside of you, you may not be aware of it. And you may think it's something outside of you triggering you, but it really isn't. It could be because you're giving birth to something new. And you might be really fertile with this new idea, this new business idea, this new concept, this new project. And you have a lot of energy for it. And so be aware of what's pushing your buttons this month. And really, is it something going on inside of you and we're just the trigger out here, but it's really not about what's out here, really what's going on in your universe, in your consciousness, in your subconsciousness, in your superconsciousness, in your unconscious, and so on. Now, Jupiter is going to take his first turn to retrograde. He's the first to go retrograde this year. And he will retrograde from the 8th of March through July 10th. And that is in the area of your profession in the world, your destiny in the world, your reputation in the world. So your unique contribution to society, that's the area he is in. Now he's still working for you, even when he's retrograde, but it does start to slow things down when Jupiter takes his turn to reverse. And it's a time for you to go within and evaluate your career goals and where you're going and how you're getting there. And is your strategy working? So if you can launch anything new, I do recommend, you know, starting something new before March 8th, and certainly before Mercury goes retrograde on the 22nd. Or you can wait till after April 15th when Mercury goes direct, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But you do have Jupiter in a very favorable area of your life. It's growing your career. It's growing your reputation in the world. So it's going to be there until March 10th. And even when he goes into Sagittarius, it's even better because all the work you've been doing with him in Scorpio is going to like shoot your income way up when he goes into Sagittarius. And Sagittarius sextiles, woohoo, Aquarius. And that pours positive energy into you. So having Jupiter in Scorpio is awesome, and it's working for you. And it's going to continue to work for you next year too, when it goes into Sagittarius at the end of this year, but all of next year. He'll be in there. And then daylight savings times begins here in the States on the 11th. I love when the days get longer. And can you tell? And so that happens on the 11th, and the sun trines Jupiter on the 13th. That could be a lucky day. That could be a day where you get a surprise bonus too. It's like all of a sudden, a surprise, extra money coming your way, yippee! And then you have the Pisces new moon on the 17th. Now this is kind of a weird moon because Chiron is coupled with the sun and the moon at the time it's exact. Now Jupiter is trining it, so it's still working for you. Chiron acts like a planet in our astrology, and what he does is he flushes up our insecurities, our weaknesses, our fears, our phobias, our perceived failings, all the things that we find wrong with ourselves. The list could go on. And so the job, though, it's another inside job, really, where the universe is saying and Chiron is saying is stand up for yourself. Is let your work speak for itself. Let your character speak for itself. And that's the goal. Not always easy to do, to pull up our courage and stand up for ourselves. Again, Jupiter is trining this new moon. And he's trining Venus and Mercury at the time of the Virgo full moon. So financially, it's a strong month for you. And things just keep rolling your way, working for you. You know, what you love and value, your self-esteem, self-worth can be, you know, improved here. Even with that Chiron test at the 17th. So pay attention to that if that comes up for you. What is that about for me? You know, is it bringing back some, you know, something that happened in the past? Or someone hurt my feelings, or someone hurt me? You know, and it's to come up so you heal it. And you stand up for yourself. And that's the intention. But again, it's got this gorgeous trine to Jupiter in the area of your career legacy and success. And so you're doing really well. So that tells me whatever comes up for you, Aquarius, my aquas, is it's going on inside of you. So others aren't going to know. Whatever you're processing this month, like something comes up like that, that's painful, it's about a past memory or something happened before. Or, you know, maybe someone said something now that triggered it, but it's really not about them. It's what's going on a deeper level with you. Okay, so there's big things happening with you on a deeper level this month. Now, Mars is going to march into Capricorn right after the Pisces new moon on the 17th. And that's behind the scenes. So for some of you, you've got some big work going on behind the scenes. You have, you know, and you will be over the next 7 weeks, you're going to be really focused on a project. That's really good. And you're going to be focused on this project, and you're going to be focused on getting your work done. And it's exciting. It's really exciting what you're doing here. And then you're going to launch it when Mars goes into Aquarius. And he's going to camp out in Aquarius. And we'll talk about that. That is, I talked about it, and you may want to go visit the 2018 through 2020 Aquas video, because it's a big deal this year with Mars in Aquarius for 5 months. It's going to give you tremendous energy. You are definitely not taken prisoners when he comes into Aquarius. So we're going to work on that etiquette now, you know, is how to be socially graceful. The Capricorns have a little bit of that going on, but it's even more powerful for you because of the Mars where he is and what's going on in the area of communication with you, with all the Aries energy happening there. So we've got a month of water and fire, and so it's steamy, right? Steamy weather. And then, we have the spring equinox on the 20th. The sun moves into Aries, and it's happy spring in the northern hemisphere, and happy fall in the southern, and it's also International Astrology Day. That's because the system I use, Western astrology, is based on the day the sun enters Aries. And throughout the planet, all Western astrologers, we celebrate the day the sun goes into Aries. The sun is exalted in Aries, and it's also the first day of our calendar. And so it's a very exciting time. And for you, it brings the action to communication and conversation. So you have a lot to say, Aquarius, in the merry, merry month of March. And then Mercury retrograde in that area. Oh my goodness. Okay, remember now, once it's out there, you can't bring it back. You know, and if you type it, you know, be careful, you know, because once it's gone, you know, you can't get it back. And so Mercury's going to retrograde the 22nd of March through April 15th in the area of communication and conversation, short distance travel. See, Mercury's already retrograde in here. And so be aware that you want to double check any plans you have for travel. Make sure the car's tuned up, the air in the tires are great, you backed up your computer, You made sure everybody got the email you sent them. You made sure that everyone is on the same page with you, because Mercury in this area will be having fun. Now, the good news for you is Aries sextiles Aquarius. So it's still pouring positive energy into you. And I do find that the retrogrades and the fire signs are the easiest to manage. Doesn't mean stuff can't happen, because stuff can always happen. But it just seems to be, I don't know, we're in better moods, or we're feeling better, or we're just taking things lighter. We're keeping that sense of humor, which is always important when we're working with others and communicating with others and wanting to keep everything flowing and positive, harmonious. Absolutely. Now, Venus will enter Taurus on the 31st, and that brings your focus to your foundation. And I'll talk more about that when I come back and do April. We have the Libra full moon on the 31st. So we have 2 full moons and a new moon this month. So it's a very busy month. And this is the blue moon because it's the 2nd full moon of the month. This is going to be a rocky full moon. That's because the moon has moved into Libra, and the sun is in Aries. Mercury retrograde is in Aries, and they're being T-squared by Mars and Saturn. This is a warlike combination energy. So there could be, and this is where you could get into it with others that cannot keep up with you. You are in a warrior mood here, and you could just be, putting it out there, and we're just like, raw, being shot down by your words. So be aware of that. Less is more. And think about your intention. What is my intention for this conversation? Am I just blowing off steam because I'm frustrated? Why am I frustrated? What's going on with me? Oh, it's going on the inside. There's something going on here deeper, on a deeper level. So it's better, say, to go take a nice brisk walk, right? Or go do a nice workout where you can expel that energy, and then come back to the conversation where you are your lighthearted self and taking a light approach, taking a light touch with others will be important, especially around this intense Libra full moon where we've got this warlike energy, and it will be ripe for arguments and people being angry and people being frustrated and tempers flaring up. So be aware if that comes up for you, that it really isn't about what's going on out here. It's really the trigger, because it's really about what's going on deep inside of you, behind the scenes, and take a good look at that. Now, for those of you open for love, why not? And maybe it's someone who's at a distance. Maybe it's someone who, lives at a distance from you, but you have a great connection. And I think that's a good place to put your energy is, new love, new opportunities, new people in your life. Now, with Mercury retrograde, it could be bringing someone from your past back that you could be reconnecting with. And if it's a connection that you enjoyed, awesome! Pick it up, move it forward, have fun, play. It's a good distraction for you to have a love interest, that someone you're attracted to and you want to have fun with. Good distraction. For those of you coupled, be aware at that Libra full moon, it could really stir some arguments. And you just, again, you want to go easy, because it may not be anything your partner's doing. It could be what's going on deeper levels with you. And, that's why it's always good to have a coach or someone you trust, a counselor, someone you could talk to about what's going on with you that can be objective and neutral and give you some good insight into working with your feelings and what you really need at this time. Money is excellent for you this month. This is a very strong, prosperous month for you, and your prosperity is growing, and that is something to be incredibly excited about. is you are growing and your prosperity is growing and it's going to continue to grow. So keep yourself focused on what is working. Keep yourself focused on the future because your future is really bright. And even with that Libra moon, you want to stay focused on your future. And it is bringing you into your spirituality this month. It really is a great month for you to take that time to meditate, get quiet, really listen to Creator, your higher self, your soul self, what's being revealed to you at this time, because there's tremendous insight coming in here for you and assistance from your higher self. And your higher self is like a messenger for you this month. And there's spiritual messages coming to you from friends or acquaintances where they could be saying, like they're a messenger from God, they don't even know it. The Creator is just coming right through them to give you the message. And you'll know that if you hear it more than once. If you hear a message more than once, that's the universe telling you something. And, you know, listen. Take time to listen this month. Take time to reflect. You'll be really glad you did. And take time to rest and recharge your batteries. If you're feeling tired, it can be because of that Saturn in the 12th. Make sure you take time to rest. And of course, the eclipses. The eclipses eclipse our energy. And you had a solar eclipse in February in your sign. And that can be really tiring. And so make sure you're taking cat naps and you're not pushing and you're being very gentle with you and loving with you. And then the energy comes back. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plussing my videos. Aquarius, rockin' awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology or you're interested in coaching, those links are below in the Show More section. They're also up in the cards. And I'm doing a live YouTube event on February 21st. It's a Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got a big announcement, and I would love to see you there. So until next time, Aquarius, there's good news on the way for you. Good news is coming your way.